What is up, everyone? Today we are going to be playing some No Harvester Nod. So I'm guessing a lot of people haven't had a lot of experience with this deck. It's basically just the cheapest, most efficient units you can possibly play from every building. Then you can either play Oksana or Seth. I'm going to play Seth because it's higher impact. Oksana is quite low impact on these units. I think Oksana is better with more expensive units. So I should be able to save up a reasonable amount of money spamming cheap units to be able to use Seth occasionally. One of the big advantages of No Harvester is that you almost always win the first missile. It's very hard to lose first missile with No Harvester because you have the extra pop cap. As the game progresses, pop cap tends to ease off a bit. It's easier to get to your 6th unit. So the extra unit becomes less relevant. But in the early game with No Harv, it's a big deal to have the extra pop cap. The other advantage of no harving is obviously that your opponent cannot kill your harvester, whereas you can potentially harass your opponent's harvester off the map quite easily, given how much extra pop cap you have. Sometimes you'll see this deck play scavengers instead of lasers to have even more early game money, like have some more money generation, but I'm not a huge fan of that one. I think scavengers just aren't very powerful. Also, these no-harv decks have the ability to do wheels and rifles, which gives you an insanely powerful early game. Because you can fight anti-vehicle and anti-infantry very, very easily and effectively early game. As you can see, first missile is comically easy for us to take. Wait for the missile to fire. Yeah, as you see, the first missile is very easy to take. Because we just have so many more units than our opponent. Like we're just flooding the field with units, whereas he has only a few. Now, as the game progresses, your advantage drops dramatically with a no-harv deck. Because as I was saying, the pop cap ramps to a point where it's easy for the other player to build lots of units. You can see now it's starting to happen. He's able to get like 3 units out all at the same time very easily, even with a harvester. There are also certain units that are extremely difficult to beat with no harvester decks. So things like Orca Bomber are basically an auto loss because you just don't have any expensive units to deal with them. Like normally you need a Phantom or a Stealth Tank or a Banshee to deal with Orca Bombers, and you just can't afford those things in a no harv deck. So this guy didn't have anything no harv is weak to, so we won pretty easily. Chemical Buggy is another one that's insanely hard to beat with no harv. But yeah, this guy didn't seem to have any of those. No Harvester is really good against Tech, because Tech tends not to get units out very quickly, and No Harv finishes the game like as quickly as possible because you don't have a Harvester, you immediately start charging the pads.
Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
So yeah, the other interesting thing about No Harv is it's actually quite important to retain your units. Because they're like a 10 cost unit, which whilst it's completely irrelevant to a harvester deck, for a no harvester deck, you know, any unit that costs Tiberium is quite expensive. Alright, so opponents run laser drones. Laser drones are very bad for us because they're so good against most Nod units. They're super efficient. These things will kill off our wheels and our bikes very, very quickly. And our only real answer to them is laser troops. As you can see, he's going off my harvester here, but I don't have one, so it's one of the advantages of no harving. Gonna leave him with that one laser drone. Looks like he's going for my base again. No, he's going for my harvester again, which I still don't have. There's a chemical buggy. Chemical buggy is very difficult to fight with no harv, as I said before. We have to use our bike squadron. We can use laser drones, but as you can see, simply opening the building puts us to basically 0 money. Like we're pretty broke just because we built our air tower. The income ramp in Rivals mostly affects harvesters. Like the income ramp for your base is very, very low. It's much higher for harvesters than it is for the base. So this is why you run out of money so quickly with no harvester. Because you don't actually get that much extra money playing no harvester as the game goes on, whereas harvester decks get a ton of extra money. Alright, this guy still has these 2 one-man laser drone squads, which are obviously pop capping him, which is great for us. Here comes another chemical buggy. I'm just going to stand here and take it. I think I can kill it with my laser drone plus laser troops. Yeah, nice. And as you can see, we win the game at 146, so it's pretty hard for opponents to get tech out in a reasonable time frame.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Alright, this map is probably slightly worse for us. Although there is a chance our opponent goes after our non-existent harvester early on, or during the course of the game. Yep, there goes some missiles. They're going after our harvester, which doesn't exist. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't. I want to check if he goes double harvester.
The unbelievers will suffer.
Flamers, that's great for us because we've already got these wheels.
We're ready, taking position. Kill the unbelievers.
I need to make sure I'm charging these pads to misplay every time I get off the pads.
We're ready to spawn the Brotherhood.
So I really need this game to be over in minimum amount of time possible.
Unit ready. Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline. Unit
There's the second harvester. We should take the missile here. I'll just block with these wheels. Alright, cool. I'm gonna send something to harass the harvesters just to force him to respond. I want him spending some amount of money defending his harvesters.
Unit offline.
Ooh, okay, there's an obelisk. I guess we'll just run away from it. Definitely don't want to waste resources fighting that. Banshee, sure.
Unit ready.
A couple of Banshees could be a real problem for me here. As you can see at this point, the pop cap is becoming an issue for me as well. He has 2 harvesters and 3 combat units. I simply have these 5 combat units. We just block here, and we should win. Very nice. But as you can see, he doesn't really have time to get his tech out because we're no halving.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we very much want to get on the pad as quickly as possible. I'm actually going to get on this pad and stop moving until a second unit arrives to take over for it. Because I want to make sure that I'm charging at all times. Alright, so he's open barracks, so we're going to go for a third wheel here. I want to push up to his pad if I can. As you can see, I'm making sure I'm on at least 2 pads at all times, so that he doesn't stall at all. If he's gone for a second harvester, no, he's gone for pitbull. Okay, so we're going to back up and get lasers. Try and make sure I'm on both pads again.
Unit ready.
Attack bike ready to... We'll hit them. Your command.
That's awkward.
Unit ready.
Your command.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
Striker ready to missile. Your missiles.
Getting punked a little bit here.
Unit ready.
Okay, I'll sort them. Striker ready to roll. Launchers will trust their dial.
Unit
Should not have built that that air tower. That was a big misplay. Now I can't afford units. Okay, we do get the missile, but we're pretty broke. Here comes a predator tank. That's going to be difficult to deal with as well. Actually, looks like it's going for my harvester, so that's nice. Yeah, it's going for my harvester, so that'll make things easier. We'll make laser drones. Oh, okay. Talon as well. Talon is not good for me. I want to get as much harassment on this predator as I can, before I have to run away. Actually, he's going for my base with the... Okay, he's going for my base with the predator and the Talon. That's surprising.
Unit ready.
I don't really care about that. I'm going to kind of ignore it. I want to be fighting over here on these pads. Iron cannon just for my laser troops. Okie dokie. Be aggressive. A little early on that iron cannon as well. The missile's not about to fire. There's a pitbull. Sure. Put this laser drone down here. I don't care about his stuff on my unit, on my pads. I don't know why he's going for my base, but he's going to lose the missile because of it. And that's game. Alright, interesting choice to go for my base.
Enemy base destroyed.
Okay, so last no half game.
New objective available.
Gonna get on this pad as quickly as possible.
Unit ready.
Gonna have a look at what he's up to. Gonna go and try and block his natural second harvester point. He's got an air tower, interesting. I'll wait and see what he makes. Assume he has a harvester there. Made a mohawk, okay, well, I guess we're making lasers then.
Lasers charged.
Gonna make some more lasers. And if he goes Razorback Mohawk, that's gonna be really difficult for us to beat. Yeah, this is just gonna be very difficult for us to beat because our anti-air is all lasers and bikes. Which gets beaten up pretty hard by Razorback and Mohawk. Although he did just walk his Razorback into double laser troops, so... And he still won. Sure, man, why not? Crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, well, he doesn't seem to be playing these Razorbacks very well. He's not really moving them around or anything. Get 2v1 with our bikes as well, so we should take care of the Mohawk pretty easily. There's second harvester, way too late. The missile's already half charged. I think this one's over. Alright, and there you have it. Pretty much the quickest game you can possibly have there. Second missile fires at 135. That's pretty much as quick as you can. I could have maybe a couple of seconds sooner, but that's close to as fast as you can do it.
You are victorious. Bounty complete.
Alright guys, so there's a little bit of some no-halving for you. No-halve action. Obviously if you want to play the deck, you don't have to play Seth, although I do think Seth is the best. Also, you don't have to play the double units in the air tower. I did not really make Venom at all. So I don't know if you need the Venom. You could play a slightly more expensive unit like a stealth tank to make you stronger against air, but it's very expensive. It's very hard to get there. So I'm not a huge fan of it. Although with the saved cost of not playing the third building, you could maybe do it. You could play something like stealth tank and buggy perhaps. And that would be a pretty nice no harvester deck. The stealth tank is your tib sink if you ever do end up with a lot of tib. Although then you might be forced to play Oksana for cheaper hero power. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you all next time.